Welcome to our new series, The 200 Movie Challenge. Our goal this year is to watch 200 movies that we haven't seen yet. If you want to listen to the full podcast where this clip is from, the link will be in the description. Now enjoy today's movie.
So anyhow, Soto, let's get to you. I'm done ranting. Um, it's been a couple weeks. Let's talk. What was the first movie that you saw this week?
So the first movie that I saw this week is actually the newest movie that I've pretty much ever seen. And to go along our whole theme, we've talked about Robert Eggers pretty much this entire time we've been talking about movies. I've talked about how much I like Robert Eggers, and I've seen obviously The Northman, which is on my list at number 8, I believe.
Which is our most watched
And
video out
so,
of the series so far, by the way. Just throwing that out there.
no, I saw that. I didn't understand why, but okay. So to continue going on my Robert Eggers thing, I wanted to watch Nosferatu, and I'd seen, um, obviously the trailers for it, and I was like, okay, I can get behind this. It looked cool. And I'll be honest with you, I thought this was pretty good. Um, I actually thought it was better than The Northman. I'm not ranking it yet, but I've seen all of his movies now. I've seen The Witch, I've seen The Lighthouse, I've seen The Northman, and now I've seen Nosferatu. And Nosferatu really just kind of felt like old, I don't want to say old school, but kind of that Robert Eggers vibe and style that he had in The Witch and The Lighthouse, where it was just a lot of use of great like light and shadow, and it was great shots. I love the cinematography. I loved how there was a lot of, kind of what do we call them? Actually, uh, like the effects where it's like, actually not CG, if that makes sense. Practical.
Yeah,
That's the word I'm
practical
looking
effects.
for. So there's practical effects in there. It was great. Just had overall great vibe. And I enjoyed it very much. And again, it just felt it made the Northman or Northman, I can't decide how I want to say it. It made it seem like that one was the least visually interesting, and I'm not trying to get killed on this, but I had no problem with the Northman. It is, a friend of mine made this reference the other day, and it's true, where it's kind of just dark Lion King. But it feels the most kind of like normal movie that Robert Eggers has done, and it does its thing and it gets out, but it didn't have that Robert Eggers style that I originally liked in, The Witch. And I'm really liking The Lighthouse more than I think about it. Like the more I think about Lighthouse and the more I think about that movie was really pretty good. But this one was good. I thought Lily Rose Depp was awesome in this. I thought she was really good in this actually. Um, if you're watching this at home, I would recommend putting on subtitles because I'll tell you right the fuck now, I couldn't understand a goddamn thing Count Orlok was saying, who's played by Bill Skarsgård, I want to say. And at time, like I get it, like they're doing the obviously the Dracula thing, but his voice and acting was so over the top that I struggled understanding what he was saying. So definitely recommend subtitles. I don't think it takes away from it. Um, but overall, yeah, I was very impressed. This is a movie I would probably buy. It definitely feels
Ooh.
modern. I'm excited to see what Robert Eggers does in the future with his next werewolf movie and all the other stuff he's got going on. So, yeah, so overall, I was very good. I'm happy it was free. If I could make one complaint, and it's the complaint that I always make, and I'm gonna make again later, it just could have been a little bit shorter. That's all.
How long was it?
It was like 2 hours and change. Now I think that on
Oh,
Peacock they had the fucking director's cut or some extended cut, which I didn't ask for. Just give me the damn movie. I didn't ask for any extra. I've never seen this movie. I don't know if I want extra. But at times, it can feel like it drags. So I guess the big question is, where does this rank?
that is a big
So
question.
now that I'm looking now, and I'm doing this right here, and I'm ranking it up, and where would I put it? You know what? It's actually pretty easy to rank. I'm gonna put it above Terrifier 2 and put it at number 5.
All right,
I
top
think
five
that
movie.
it's a top 5 movie, man. It's got way more like craft to it than Terrifier 2 does. It's an extremely well done movie. I enjoyed it, the vibe, much more than The Northman. And yeah, this is a top 5 movie that I've seen this year. Very well done. Ending was great. Acting was great. Willem Dafoe, awesome as always. I would definitely recommend this if you're into if you're into vampires and you're into that gothy kind of vibe and all that stuff. You got to watch this.
No, it looked cool. Excuse me. I don't know what just happened there. And I don't know. It's one of those movies like I think I might see, but I'm not rushing to see. But
like Halloween, like if you're looking for like a good Halloween movie and you see that it's free, watch it. You know, if it's like the season, and I don't know how much you like Halloween, or I don't know if you get into it as much as I do, but like it's a specific, like Halloween is my favorite holiday, and people call me a psychopath for saying that. That's fine. It just is what it is. Both Sarah and I love Halloween, and if you're in that kind of like it's turning into fall and you're in a mood, you want to see something spooky for Halloween, this is an excellent movie. Just use the subtitles.
So you said something which brought me back to Killer Movie. Now you're going to see where this is fucking going. I forgot to mention this, and there's one thing I want to mention. Soto, that movie came out in 2008. Do you know I watched, it was the director's cut that was released in 2021. I forgot, I wanted to mention this. It's in my notes. I just think I got lost in all the other shit. Now I wondered if that was because it was Big Bang's last season and they were just kind of cashing in. There's a director's cut. And that's technically what I watched. But yes, I had a laugh. 2021, 13 years later, of a shitty movie, there is a director's cut. It didn't make it any longer. Like I said, it was just an hour. Maybe cut time, because I think I saw somewhere it was an hour and a half, and this is an hour 15. Anyhow, I had to bring that up because I find that fucking hilarious. That Killer Movie has a director cut.
The only explanation is that they were trying to make their money back from that disaster. Because I mean, if we didn't even have that at Blockbuster, and then we didn't rent it as one of our 7 free movies, like what the hell does that say?
Yeah, I don't know, because like I've always said, I usually maxed out my rentals. I've always saw the new ones. So even a lot of the shit ones, some of the direct, I don't think I could have seen every direct-to-video one, but I definitely saw quite a few. And I don't recall this movie at all. I don't recall, like, the cover. Like, I saw this cover, obviously. I'm like, it did not spark anything in my brain. So, I do not want to get back into Killer Movie. It was too much. It was painful. I just had a laugh. I wanted to bring that up because you mentioned it. There is a director's cut.